Hi everyone, welcome to Itsy Bitsy's live read from Beloved 21st Century Courtesan Book 3 by Pamela Dumond. Chapter 1. Before, 13 years earlier. I work on my 7th grade history paper sitting next to Wyatt in the Wolf's family spacious kitchen. Wyatt sprawled out on the red and white leather dining room banquet, headphones on. He's a tumble of long, thin arms and legs with bony elbows and knees. He's playing a fantasy game on a tablet where dragons roar and castles explode with poof poof and zap sounds. His thumbs trip over each other, his silky black hair flopping over his face. Easton blasts down the stairs, pulling his football jersey over his recently acquired man chest, and comes to an abrupt halt, all 6 feet of him. He sniffs the air. What's cooking? Chili. His mom stands next to the stove, stirring a bubbling pot. Evie's making dinner tonight. She holds out the wooden spoon. I am? I take it from her. Is your sister still getting over the chicken pox? Yes. You can eat here. Call your mom, she says. I message Mom and get a prompt. Yes. Tell Mrs. Wolf thank you. Mom says thank you. What do you want me to do? Spices on the countertop. Sprinkle them in. She walks into the living room. I sprinkle a bit of powdered onion then cayenne pepper, followed by paprika. I stir the pot. Easton flops down next to the pile of shoes on the rack next to the door and laces up his runners. Anyone can make chili, he says. Anyone can stir. Not just stirring, I say. Last summer at the lake, Wyatt, Easton, and I went swimming. Easton's chest looked thin like piano keys. Now he's practically teenage model drool-worthy, but I'm going to ignore that because I like Wyatt. I add a pinch of garlic powder to the stew. I'm working my magic. Don't need your magic, Easton says. I've got my own. Too bad for you, so sad for you. I make terrific chili. Wyatt removes his headphones. Smells awesome. Eat something before practice, Easton, his mom calls from the living room. I'm grabbing Mickey D's. He roots around in his duffel bag. Light a fire under your ass, Easton. Don't be late for practice, his dad says in a sing-song voice from the living room. Grab me a beer from the fridge on your way out. Easton sighs and his bravo leaves in a whoosh. He no longer looks like a man. He looks like the kid who hovered somewhere in the background all the times I hung out with Wyatt and played games. The jock who sat with his back against a tree studying his football playbook while we swam like fish in a nearby Wisconsin lake. The chauffeur who picked us up at the library in his beater truck after he got his license. Just go, Easton's mom says. Don't be late for practice. Recruiters. They're not coming this week, he says. Scouts, his dad yells. You don't know when they're coming because they send scouts. He's right, Easton. Go, his mom says. Wyatt, get your dad a beer. Okay, Wyatt stands up. I'll do it, Easton says. He opens the fridge, pulls out a beer, and eyes me. What? I ask. How good is that chili? I dip the spoon into the pan and hold it out to him. He blows on it and tastes. Not bad. Told you. Not magic either. Sometimes magic takes a while, you know. Easton smiles and tugs a lock of my hair. Be sure and let me know when that magic happens. Chapter 2. A Lover Lost. Present Day. I exit the elevator of the 1 meg-mile high-rise and stride through the lobby as fast and furious as any carjacking movie. I normally say hi to the Courtesan seated behind the desk in the center of the foyer, but today I ghost him with every click of my $1,000 Louis Vuitton pumps because he is a kind man. The last thing I want to do to a kind man is spew anger on him because I'm melting down over a not-so-kind man. Victoria and Amelia follow behind me. Slow down, Victoria says, picking it up a notch, her long toned legs hustling under the designer skirt. I can't, I grind my teeth. I'm getting the hell out of here. Stop, Amelia says. Just stop for a second and breathe. Breathing won't fix this. I roll my neck, waiting for my friends to catch up with me. Lightning strikes and thunder rattles the frosted floor-to-ceiling windows. An eerie yellow-green mist hangs thick in the Chicago air. The weather as panicked as I feel. Better, Amelia says, touching my arm. How bad can this be? The guy who hates me more than anyone else in the world is our new boss. Easton Wolf calls the shots at work now. I shrug her off. You tell me. It's awkward and it sucks. Amelia peers out the window. But you'll adjust. We survive. That's what we do. Change can be good, Evie, Victoria says. Blow out old energy. Invite in fresh. Like this storm. This storm's ushering in a tornado that will kill us all. Besides, Amelia's just happy about Easton Wolf buying Ma Mason because she likes him. When is liking a hot, wealthy man a sin? Amelia asked. Now, I push open a door and step into the sidewalk seconds before the heavens crack open, pelting us in fat, bloated drops. Crap, Amelia puts a hand to shield her face. Rain slams down in sheets, drenching us. This rain is nuts. Victoria throws her purse on top of her head and hails a cab. A taxi veers to the side of the Michigan Avenue, its taillights blinking yellow against the soggy gray, and she bolts toward it. I'm with her, Amelia says, racing after Victoria. I hesitate, torn between following them and ducking back inside 1 meg mile. I'm tempted to take an elevator to the basement, stake out a dark corner, hunker down, and hide for a week. Discussing the buyout over drinks and hors d'oeuvres with my friends won't make my feelings go away. There's too much crazy swirling around. Kindergarten, Victoria hollers, standing next to the cab. She calls me by my nickname, breaking through my stupid wall of stupider thoughts. I raise a hand to shield my face, peering at her through the torrential downpour. Hurry up! She plunges into the back of the taxi. I glance at 1 meg mile, then watch Amelia step inside the car next to Victoria. Normally, this would be the point that I'd send up a prayer to the heavens for help and guidance. But I'll bet the house Jesus already knows I'm exclusively fucked. The guy who bought out Ma Mason Agency is Easton Wolf, the brother of the first boy I fell in love with 13 years ago. The billionaire genius with the 8-inch scar running down from his hip to his thigh, the very scar I helped carve into him when my mom and I ran him over in our car. I traveled to L.A. recently to help Jake Keller, Meg movie star, heal. I stumbled upon Easton at a Hollywood event and tried my best to apologize. I would have done almost anything to earn his forgiveness, but forgiveness was not mine to earn. Maybe I didn't ask Easton the right way. Maybe I didn't pick the right words. Maybe forgiveness slipped away like a lover lost because he didn't accept my apology. Because how do you forgive the person who ruined your biggest childhood dream? How do you forgive the person who mangled you and your brother in a spectacular 2 for the price of 1 deal? I felt horrible, but I understood. The world doesn't resolve around me. Bigger, indecisible, charismatic issues at play, and only God knows what else the university has in store for us. Yet I can't stop myself from asking why Easton bought out Ma Mason. Perhaps the better question is, why do I care? I'm melting. Amelia gets in after her, slams the cab door, then quickly kicks it back open. Stop being an indecisive bitch, Evelyn. Come on. I give up trying to fight the weather, let alone my feelings, and make my way toward the cab. A little snow didn't kill me 13 years ago when we ran over the Wolf brothers. A little rain isn't going to kill me now. I am not weather adverse. I am a bullshit adverse. Another thunderclap rips with a bang loud enough that the pedestrians duck. It's late summer, but there's more than a twinge of bittersweet chill in this almost autumn downpour. Out of nowhere, a firm hand grips my arm, spinning me around. It's the devil himself. I need to talk to you, Easton says, staring down at me with hazel golden eyes. No, you don't. Yes, I do. I rip my gaze from his and stare down at his muscular hand. His grip firm, and yet his knuckles do not blanch because, unlike me, he's controlled. He knows exactly what he's doing, and I shiver. Fine, let's set a time. Now works for me. Now is not going to fly, I say. I've got plans. Change them. Just because I'm working for you doesn't mean... Please change them, he says, his voice softening. Please? He no longer sounds like a demanding new boss ordering around a subservient employee. He sounds like the boy I used to know before the accident. Fine, I say. Let go of me. But he doesn't, and I can't shake the feeling things between us are going to get worse before they get better. Please let go of me. It's not like I'm going to run away. Evie, Victoria hollers. She arches a brow and worries her lower lip. Easton releases me, and my skin instantly misses the press of his firm flesh. I wave goodbye to Victoria. Go. She holds a hand up to her face in the universal expression for call me. Amelia pokes her smiling face out of the cab's window and waves. Easton. Of course, Amelia cheery. She slept with him a few weeks ago, and he gave her a diamond tennis bracelet worth at least $10,000. She'd love a second bite at that hot billionaire. Maybe score a matching necklace, or something even bigger. A house in the suburbs bought in cash, and with a gardener thrown in for good luck. You and Evie should come with us, Amelia says. We'll play catch-up. We'll play catch-up later, Easton says. Promise? She bats her eyelashes. Yes, he says. Of course. Okay, boss. The cab edges away from the curb into screechy, sloppy stop and go Chicago traffic. What do you want to talk about? What's this important thing that cannot wait? Where were you going? He asks. The rain's relentless, but unlike me, Easton doesn't look like a drowned rat. He looks slippery, hard, and wet. His blonde hair is slicked back off his forehead. A few lucky drops cling to the leathery tips of his sooty brown lashes. If I didn't already have a boyfriend, I'd be attracted to him. Home, I say, and bit the inside of my cheek. I'm going home. I'll give you a ride. He places that damn hand back on my arm, his touch gentler this time, and uninvited heat bubbles in my core. You say that to all the girls, I protest, but allow him to guide me forward. Actually, I don't. He drops his hand to my waist and directs me to a limo parked in 1 miles loading zone. Lights blinking. A driver steps out and holds the passenger door. By the way, Easton says, thanks for giving me crap straight out the gate. I expected nothing less from you. What are you talking about? The Ma Mason meeting. You demanded I send group health insurance plans to all independent contractors within the week. Healthcare is important. I don't remember a word of what I said 20 minutes ago in that meeting. Thanks for pointing out that I'm predictable. I slide into the far side of the back seat. It's the least I could do. He squeezes in after me. Michigan and Huron. Please, he instructs the driver. I don't live at Michigan and Huron. I know that. He pushes his damp hair off his forehead. Then what are you? He places one finger to my lips. Shh. I stare up at him, not sure what to say, not sure what to feel, not sure where I live anymore. I've got a proposal I want to run past you, he says. Like a work thing? I ask, my heart jerking about in my chest. Like a date? I'm busy this week. My boyfriend's coming into town. Not for me, Evelyn. He rolls his eyes like a teenager. Don't worry about me. I'll never ask you for a date. Thank God. His eye roll thing pisses me off. Saves us that awkward moment of me turning you down. Why don't you tell me your proposal on the way home? I need time to clean my place. But he's already turned away, slipping in earbuds staring out the window. The car's wiper blades beat anxiously across the windshield. I squeezed the fleshy web between my thumb and forefinger, hoping the dull pain would relieve some of my own anxiety. I tried to read Easton, but his face is turned to stone, and I wonder what I'm getting myself into. Thank you for listening to this portion.